Chicken Cleave, since they've got a feel of the tournament. You know, I don't actually think they've played in the tournament before, so they've got a feel of it. They've actually gotten some games under their belt now. So, you know, having a little bit of experience now, they should be able to do well against this RPS, hopefully.
Yeah, Virtual, you were on Alliance here. And the other team is Boost playing a Rogue, along with Help Computer and Dristan on Shadow Priest. So
Okay.
another team of good players here. Yep.
All right, so we're just gonna swap over servers right now, trying to set up these two teams. So give us a couple seconds here.
All right, so I will type it out for you.
Okay, it looks like we're just sending out invites right now, so we should be getting these games underway very soon here. So we've got RPS versus Spicy Chicken Cleave. How do you feel about this RPS playing against the Spicy Chicken Cleave? Because I don't think we've actually seen this RPS in the tournament so far.
No, they haven't played yet. This is actually just a new team because Boost originally didn't think he could make the tournament, but it was just a lot of screw-ups with the time. So I'm really happy that he was actually able to make this one. He's a good player. I like watching him play.
Always welcome new, fresh faces.
Exactly. He was actually a fan favorite last tournament after one of his spell reflex globaling a mage. So.
Oh, wow.
Played a warrior last tournament actually. Okay, I just gotta join this group. Failed here. Try again. Okay, I gotta reform my group because it's bugged apparently, so it's gonna take me a second here.
Alright, still just waiting on these teams to form, and then we should be getting these games underway soon. So, RPS versus Spicy Chicken Cleave. I'm thinking this RPS is going to put a lot of pressure between the Boomkin and the Mage. Probably going to start on the Boomkin or the Mage. You know, either one's a good target. Probably start on the Mage to force that early Ice Block, and then swap to the Druid, and then, you know, force him. Because you definitely you don't want to ignore the Druid. You know, the Boomkin's going to put out a lot of pressure, a lot of damage, so you definitely don't want to ignore the Boomkin. But at the same time, you don't want to put, you know, too much focus on the Boomkin because, you know, you leave the Mage, you know, alone. He'll put up a lot of CC.
Yeah, they just can't let either of them free cast, really. That's what it comes down to. They just gotta keep control on both, or else they're gonna fall behind. I think the kill target is definitely gonna be the Boomkin, though. Because, I mean, Fire Mages are just, they're difficult to stick on for a rogue.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there is a difference between, you know, Frost Mage and Fire. You know, the Frost Mage having 2 Ice Blocks available to him, and the Fire Mage only having 1. So, you know, the Boomkin, a better kill target, obviously, you know, only having Bark Skin and, you know, Boomkin form itself, not having an Ice Block. But, you know, ignoring a Frost or a Fire Mage, with the power blast procs at this level, they're actually pretty huge. I've seen this mage actually almost one-shot people in the past.
Yeah, with those pyro crits, I mean, if they get the right RNG and the stars align, like they can put out some huge damage like right off the beginning.
Exactly. That's why it's probably best if they started on the fire mage. Not letting him get a lot of procs, because a fire mage, it's more about uptime than it is anything else. Straight up sheer damage isn't really the fire mage's playstyle. Getting as many scorches and fire blasts as possible allows them to get that pyroblast proc and set up a kill.
Yeah, and they can just like switch on to anything really at that point.
Exactly.
I mean, a good combustion on this team can easily just destroy the RPS immediately.
Oh yeah, I imagine the spicy chicken cleave is going to put a lot of pressure on this rogue.
Probably, yeah. They'll just try to get him in a bad spot.
Exactly. All right, this first match between Spicy Chicken Cleave and RPS should be getting underway here in about 30 to 45 seconds.
So my team off the stealth now.
All right, about 15 seconds, we'll get this game underway. Gate should be opening. About 10 seconds.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, Bucks, make sure you take off your gear next game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry about that.
Okay, I'm down. Subpar's going down.
Looks like Skill Dance used his Tinker. So, got that out of the way. So you shouldn't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Actually, you could do that from now on. Have these players use their tinkers as soon as they join.
I mean, speaking from experience, it's easier just to like flat out take it off your bars.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't do that, but So it looks like we're about ready to go. You want to do the countdown?
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go. First match between the RPS and the Spicy Chicken Cleave underway.
Yep.
Spicy Chicken Cleave trying to get in combat here. Yogo is playing very, very cautious, trying to not allow that rogue to get a sap opener on him.
They're actually getting very close to finding Skill Dance here. They almost got him there. He's going for a sap now. There's a sap on the mage. They open on the mage actually there.
Rogue gonna get fully dotted here into a compact stun. There's the Boomkin's cooldowns. A lot of pressure is going to be put out on this entire RPS team. Bonjour MD under a lot of pressure from this rogue.
Swap into the Boomkin.
Yep, hard swap to the Boomkin. Going to go into bear form and root the rogue. Rogue's going to get dispelled here. RPS is taking a lot of pressure on the Shadow Priest right now. Yogos is actually going to be fully dotting the entire team practically.
Swapping back to the mage here is a full Garrote. It's getting kited a little bit though. So Dragon Breath onto the rogue there. It's kiting him reasonably well. There's a sheep on the Skill Dance there. Still not really able to stick to him. Oh, there, now you got a full kidney on there as a blink.
I'm not quite sure what Help Computer's positioning. I'm not sure why he's in the position right now. Not the best position, in my opinion.
He's away from the other two right now. He's fine, but yeah. Still some pressure going on for this team.
Yeah, the rogue is still sitting on Dr. Bonjour, not allowing Bonjour to get many procs out here.
Driston's down to half right now, actually.
Rings reapplies the Earth Shield on a Bonjour.
Driston's still fine.
Driston finally manages to get another Vampiric touch-up on Bonjour.
Switching to Skill Dance here. There's a cloak.
Having a cloak there. Not sure about that cloak.
There's a
Bonjour taking a lot of damage, and there's the cauterize and the block.
Yeah, this
Gonna
mage
get
is
topped
really
off
slow
here.
too. This is bad for this mage.
Yogo's off healing right there. Yogo's still taking a little damage as well, but the Rogue not connecting. Rogue is going to swap onto the Boomkin. Boomkin misses his Typhoon.
It's a full
Looks
kidney
like
on the.
Driston's going to polymorph, but instantly dispelled by the Shaman here. Dr. Bonjo having a blink. Rogue going to vanish here, going to reopen on Dr. Bonjo, I assume. Yep, there's a cheap shot. No blink out of that.
So
Maybe
Twink.
a kidney shot following. I think Dr. Bonjo was under a lot of pressure here. No mana getting the innervate from Yogos. Very nice look for Yogos, but could have used it a little bit earlier. There's the Evo. Gonna get interrupted. Full kidney shot onto Bonjo. No blink for it. No trinket. No block. Nothing from Bonjo MD. Gonna have to... A lot of peels from Yogos and Rimmings.
This RPS just has all the pressure now, it looks like. Actually, skilled and skilled is fine.
Very
Yeah, this
nice.
RPS is just...
Well done by Yogos. Off healing and peeling for his mage.
skilled
Dr.
and
Bonjo's still very low on mana.
There's a full kidney here. There's a blink.
There's a Garrote.
Big
A lot
damage
of
coming
damage on Bonjo. Bonjo might go down here. There's another Cauterize. Might go down. And
Yeah.
there goes the Bonjo MD. Can't keep herself alive. Rimming is actually doing fairly well in mana. Not just, I mean, just not able to keep his mage up. Mage is taking too much damage there.
Yeah, virtual. Yeah, the Boomkin was actually pretty much completely as well. I mean, the DPS are just going I'm not really sure exactly what's going on there. The mage went really fast that game.
Yeah, they sat on the fire. I just don't think the fire mage was using her dragon breaths properly. Using them, on one or two people max. Not even getting a triple fire breath or dragon breath.
They should be going for one on the on health computer, not onto the
Exactly.
fully dotted. Just breaks immediately.
Exactly. Not using any of the dragon breaths on the healer. Not able to get polymorphs on the healer either. So basically, just at this point, this Spicy Chicken Cleave just needs to set up their CC properly on the healer to set up these kills.
Yeah, they're just going for like damage in that game. They really didn't set up any CC at all.
Yeah, their damage, their pressure wasn't too bad. Just setting up the kills properly is basically what they need to work on this next match. So hopefully they can come back here in this next match and figure things out.
Yeah,
RPS
definitely.
doing very well with the swaps though onto the Mage and Boomkin, like you said. Actually forced the Boomkin to pop some cooldowns there, having to off-heal Bonjo MD quite a lot. So the Boomkin ended up going there in the end.
Yeah, just big pressure by both teams actually. Both teams forcing cooldowns pretty well. Alright, so figure out what map they want here. See you guys.
Just waiting on a confirmation for the map. They're currently deciding on the map right now.
Alright.
So what do you think? Blade's Edge or Sewers for this team, for the Spicy Chicken?
I'm gonna go with Sewers probably.
It looks like they go with Dalaran. So yep.
Yeah, Sewers.
It seems to be this team's favorite map. I think they've chosen that map multiple times in the past as well.
Well, Sewers is a great map for any team with a knockback. It's just so easy to knock a team off the